Hey guys, this is gonna be this is the third pair of tray, first off. And this is odd. Like, I was thinking of Black Clover. It's gonna be the hiatus is gonna be over at the end of this month because that's when the next chapter comes out. I think it'll be chapter 335. I don't know. I forgot the order. But yeah. So we pretty much left off at quite the cliffhanger. Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, Tabata, you did this better than Kubo. That immense twist of the Wizard King, the 28th Wizard King of the Clover Kingdom, the strongest mage in the kingdom, was a member of the Spade Kingdom the whole time. He is the eldest sibling of the Dark Triad. And he contracted with the Supreme Devil that governs time, Astaroth. Now, I love everything about this. Considering that Asta has to be stronger in order to become Wizard King. You have to be the strongest mage to be Wizard King. That is Asta and Yuno's dream. Thinking of them tag teaming against Lucius, yeah, that's his real name, not Julius Novachrono, Lucius Zograttis. Because I'm starting to realize, yesterday at work I realized when I was thinking about it, I'm like, as powerful as Lucius is with his time magic, it's not out of the realm of possibility for him to fake the fact that, I just reverse time to the point where I'm a teenager, when in reality, I can just turn back the clock whenever I want. You know what? I wanna say that yes, he did store a good amount of his energy in that Swallowtail magic item that Sekre and Lumiere, the first Wizard King, made centuries ago. However, I mean, it's just the way he came back. Like, at first he was like in his young form and he was weakened and he couldn't do anything, and it's like, what can I do? I only have so much limited power. And then he starts to wonder what's going on. I mean, this is eerily similar to what happened with Vengeance, how he had an elf spirit inside of him, possessing him and manipulating him into doing what he did. And what if I'm in the same regard? And when he told the guy who was pretty much trying to piece things together as to, like, okay, there are three Supreme Devils. There is Beelzebub of space. There is Lucifero of gravity. But Astaroth of time has been missing. And Megicula of curses took his place. But the thing is, this change happened about 20 years ago. And since you're the only mage on record that has time magic, it kind of makes me wonder what's going on. And before Julius could even react and say, you gotta do... He touches him right on his forehead and says, is that what you wanted to hear? And kills him. I don't know how he did it. I don't know if he just sucked all the time out of his body immediately, which at this point would not surprise me if he can do that, because, he's the Time Devil. Actually, considering that he killed him by touching him, that actually kind of provides a theory for me, which I know has been a long epilogue into this discussion, but pretty much my discussion for Black Clover, and I probably should have mentioned this in the beginning, I'll mention this in the title, I want to discuss Lucius. And I also want to discuss his potential connection to Asta. So first off, I want to discuss Lucius as well. First off, him being the eldest Zograttis sibling, that did floor me. Because I honestly thought the eldest sibling was out of the picture. If not gonna be a new character introduced later. Like, I thought they were gonna build up Lucius Zograttis the same way Avatar The Last Airbender built up Ozai. No. No. Not only do we not hear of an elder sibling until Zenon's backstory while he's fighting against Yuno, but we also meet, during that flashback, we're introduced to a new character, a fire mage named Alan, who was essentially the Asta to Zenon's Yuno. Except when they were fighting side by side to take down a powerful mid-level demon, Zenon had no other choice. He had to use his bone magic to send a surge of bone spears through Alan's body while he was distracting the demon, and he managed to kill the demon. But in the end, he lost his best friend, and he was so brokenhearted about it that he was like, look, bro, I wanted nothing to do with this at first. I'm in. Give me the devil. And he then makes a contract with Beelzebub, the space devil. So, but that's more of a conversation towards Zenon's character. And I might talk about the Zograttis siblings later on because, you know, I'm a sucker for older brother characters because my older brother got me into anime. So, if I see an awesome older brother character, I would want to talk about him for hours. If I see an asshole older brother character that doesn't fit the paradigm of an older brother, then I'm also going to talk about it. Lucius definitely fits in the latter category. I wouldn't exactly put him on par with, let's say, Illumi Zoldyck from Hunter x Hunter, because in my opinion, he is the worst older brother in all of anime. I mean, I still need to watch, you know, I haven't seen every anime in the world, you know, I've only seen, you know, like the hits, like DBZ, Hunter x Hunter, Inuyasha, Bleach, I almost said Ichigo, One Piece, Naruto, you know, the works. I'm not ignorant in the anime world, I'm an anime fan. So, you guys can probably tell me that there are much worse older brothers than Illumi, and I will be inclined to agree with you if I see those series, but that's just my opinion. So, I digress. Anyway, when it comes to Lucius, when we first see him, he's in a wheelchair, and we never see his face. So right away, that kind of made me assume, okay, he's kind of, you know, maybe he's like he's the true Machiavellian schemer. He's hiding in the shadows. It's gonna be a long time before we see him. Oh no, we see him at the very end of this arc. He's out in a wheelchair, which makes me believe that he utilizes time magic to make himself younger. Well, of course, make himself younger, and also to make it so that he's not weakened. But it kind of gave me a personal theory that maybe the reason why Lucius formed a contract with Astaroth, it could be either as simple as he was born with no magic, and as a result, he made a contract with Astaroth so he would have magic, or you could argue maybe he already had a magic attribute of his own, but maybe you could say the after effects weakened him, and as a result, he had to turn to the dark side, literally, for survival. Or it could be something as simple as considering that Julius gets so excited when he sees new magic and new interesting abilities and stuff like that. Like, he was so blown away when he saw Yami's dart magic, or William Vange's world tree magic, or Asta's anti-magic, honestly. He just gets so blown away. Like, he's like a literal magic nerd. That's what made Julius's character so lovable and endearing and such a good person. And to see him come to find out that, oh no, the opposite side of that coin is he is the main antagonist of the series at this point. He's basically Aizen from Bleach. So, it kind of makes me wonder one of two theories. One of the theories is backed up by another theory of what I believe his magic is. Now, let's just go into that briefly. Every one of the Zograttis siblings has a magic that they have that they were born with, and a magic that their devil provides. The youngest being Vanica. She has blood magic, but Megicula gives her curse warding magic, which allows her to place and remove curses from people. Zenon has bone magic. He can create just bones out of nowhere. And his devil, Beelzebub, allows him to manipulate space. Pretty much he can make like a cubed, enclosed area of magic around him, and he has full dominance of the magic energy in that area, to the point where his opponent can't do anything. Then you have Dante, the second eldest, who had body magic, which pretty much gave him a healing factor and enhanced his physical strength and endurance. And on top of that, he had Lucifero, who was the king of the devils, one of the supreme devils, and governs gravity. So you have these siblings that have their own magic and a magic that the devil provides. What the hell does Lucius have? My personal theory, soul magic. It would perfectly explain how he was able to kill Damnatio, the guy that accused him of, that was basically trying to piece together what's going on, practically accusing him of being behind it the whole time, which he was. And if it's soul magic, it would make sense on how he was able to kill him just by touching his forehead. And honestly, it's kind of backed by what I know from playing the game Mortal Kombat 11. The main antagonist, Kronika, is the Keeper of Time. She's the Titan of Time. So, as a result, she has to utilize the temporal energy of collected souls and harness all that power to create a whole new era where she's in charge of everything, all the mortals have to do what she says, and they have to follow what she wants, the paths that she wants them to follow. So, but that's a whole other story. Pretty much what I'm trying to make the connection of is that she described that when a person lives all throughout their life, every second is collected in their souls. So when they die, all that lifetime worth of time, temporal energy, is stored. And she used Shang Tsung to collect all these souls and to enrich her crown with all that energy, so when she got her crown back, she could just make a new era like that. Not to say that that might not be Lucius's endgame, which could potentially be, but he could potentially have soul magic, or a soul-based attribute of magic. Because if that's the case, that would make him insanely devastating. Or it can be as simple as Lucius was born with no magic, and he got desperate, he was dying, and he turned to Astaroth because he gave him more time. And I guess he just got power hungry with it. You can literally take this any way you want, because clearly, honestly, this is just a theory discussion video, so for all I know, I could be wrong. I don't know what Tabata's planning. I'm just like what every other fan is doing. I'm just making a theory because I am excited for what this story is going to bring. Because there is a lot left to reveal, and there is a lot left to do before we end this arc. Or this story. Like, devils exist. Are angels a thing? That would be awesome to know. Also, Gnome, the Earth Spirit. We have yet to meet him, or potentially her, but yeah. Also, Fuegoleon's Spirit Dive with the Fire Spirit Salamander. He's developed Salamander into a full-grown dragon that he can ride into combat. His Spirit Dive is gonna be legendary, because unlike Noel's, who's probably never gonna use it again because the Water Spirit Undine is back with the Queen of the Heart Kingdom, and was only with her temporarily because they kidnapped the Queen of the Heart Kingdom and kind of sort of made her into a Devil too, which severed her connection with with the water spirit temporarily, and she just went straight to Noelle because it was like, oh, you're a powerful water mage. I'm going to help you for a bit so we can get the queen back. And that fight was beautiful. Can't wait to see that animated. Anywho, maybe he's going to have an even more enhanced form. For all we know, the spirits become angels, and then that's their most powerful stage, because when a spirit chooses their mage and they fuse together and truly meld their souls together, it's called the spirit dive. And you're able to enter a stage of magic power that can destroy devils, and it's known as the saint stage. And you can only get into the saint stage with a spirit. Okay, so where's Gnome in all of this? He's the earth spirit. You would think by now we would have met him by now, or her. But that's another thing that Tabata has to reveal. We need to see Gnome. We need to see the full capability of the water spirit. Not the water spirits, but the elemental spirits. We've seen pretty much everything that Undine can do. We have yet to see the full capability of what Belle can do when she's fully developed, because why do I have a feeling that Belle's either going to stay like that little pixie shape, or when she's fully developed, she's going to be like a full-grown woman? Who knows? And like I said, Flagolion is one of the best characters in the whole entire series. Like, he reminds me of my older brother so much. Like, he's just awesome from start to finish. Like, from introduction and his comeback, getting Salamander, seeing his spirit dive, I will weep on my phone screen reading this chapter. I'm like, oh my god, that looks absolutely beautiful. Because it's gonna be absolutely beautiful. He's gonna merge with a fire spirit that's a dragon. And not only that, we have yet to see what Asa's truly capable of. We don't know if his transformation, when he merges with Libe, we don't know if that's what it's going to look like the rest of the series, or for all we know, that's just the first stage. Maybe he can get even stronger and stronger, or it's as simple as, oh, I don't have a time limit anymore. I can stay in this form indefinitely. And that alone would be a huge buff to Asta, because, okay, now you're merged with a devil that naturally produces anti-magic. You win. You automatically win. Every fight you're in. But, like I said, that's pretty much all that I gotta talk about now. If I go even further, this video's gonna be too long. It's already about, like, almost 18 minutes. So, that's all I had to talk about today. This is the third pair tray. Be sure to rate the video, like, comment, and subscribe as always. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care.